What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Now we're actually in one of the medium-sized enclosures because today's a big day.
Today is a big day. A very, very special day.
So obviously we moved the baby Niles into the enclosure opposite of us. Now we're gonna start moving the other crocs in. So
we're gonna put one on this end, one on this end, and then just fill in the middle.
So we're gonna be moving a Philippine crocodile day, so let's check it out.
As Ryan said, we are in the medium enclosure. And what that is a 25 by 30 foot enclosure. And it has a shallow section right here that goes from ground level down to about 1.5 feet. And then this will hold that sandy bank in. So it'll stay a shallow section. And then the 5 foot deep section there.
So meaning you have a little shelf there, build a sheet pile to hold it to where it's, because how high is the sheet pile? Like 2 feet off the ground? So it gives it...
It's about a foot. It's only about a foot. So that'll just hold, if they decide to push this sand back, it'll hold. But everything was designed for the crocodile's best interest, but also very little maintenance for us. So sand should stay in this area. They can't dig around anywhere else. They can dig down, but not to the sides. So the pond will always stay this depth and this shape, and great crocodile enclosure. So, but these enclosures have been around for a very long time. We have just modified them here and there, and we've done other projects, kind of left them be for a bit. But now's the time to actually fill these enclosures and really see them get utilized.
So this is gonna be the first of many moves coming up.
Second of many moves, because we already moved the Niles.
So those kind of got moved right when the enclosures were done. So now it's like, we're getting into the business now.
Yes, it's happening. So now we are actually moving crocs into these to fill in the rest, because these 9 empty enclosures are going to go very fast, because these 3 next to each other are actually going to have doors that'll access to one another. So I have 1.2 trio of Philippine crocodiles from my good friend Kurt Harsmeyer. This one specifically is from Tampa Zoo, and possibly going to do some breeding in the future. So that's why it's best to do the 2 females on the sides, the male in the middle, and the male can come and go and see how they do. I mean, that'd be great, because this is the most critically endangered species in the world. So we can produce them for a reason. You know, reintroduction programs, if there's a purpose for assurance colonies, by all means.
All right, guys, so the female Philippine is actually in this tub right here. This is a very temporary enclosure she was in that she kind of outgrew while we were waiting on these medium enclosures to be built and finalized. So now is a big day where she's gonna be actually coming out of this and going into one of those big, beautiful enclosures. So let's see how this ketchup goes.
Where'd you put the tape, Kyle?
Alright.
You gave it to me.
Let's get her out quick. Woohoo! Come on, girl. Alright, hold on.
Yep. I'm gonna wait till the towel gets on.
Tell me when you're ready for towel.
Go ahead. Towel in. Okay, straighten out the tail.
She's like, no.
See if you can swing the body that tail that way more. Yeah. There you go. Alright, you should be good. Good.
Nice.
Okay. Haley, go ahead.
With what?
Tape.
I got it ready.
Ryan, get up. Here, you work up. Yeah, work up there. I just slowly work up. Put 2 hands on there. Yep, and just slowly work up. Close the jaws that way. Jaws.
I got her eyes covered. You can pull the towel off.
Completely?
Yep.
Okay, got her?
Yep.
Sand. Implants. Is that enough, Kyle? Look at that huge tooth.
Yeah.
Make sure you just put a tab on there.
Yep, will do.
Cool. So what are you doing right now with Haley when you're taping? What are you looking for? What are you doing?
Make sure we're not covering her nose, making sure we're not putting it too tight. It's such a short little trip here that it's not a huge deal. We're gonna loosen this noose so she's nice and comfortable.
Well, I mean, that's another key point is I've seen a lot of people do too tight of tape, and it'll actually cut off the blood circulation, and they can actually lose their jaws because of it, or cause severe damage to the tissue. So it is very critical not to over tape. I've seen a lot of people over tape them before, and I have crocodilians, alligators especially, that have permanent scarring because of it. Cool.
Nice little rodeo there too when she starts to take off on you.
She's really pretty.
All right. Well, next step is pick her up and move her.
All right, she's proud. So guys, when we pick her up too, one thing about moving crocodiles and stuff, when we step to the side to get them off the ground, you're not at the best place for leverage. So when they start twisting and kicking on you, that's when they hit you with their tail or they hit you with their head. Even though they're taped, a crocodile mouth and head is still capable of doing a lot of damage, even if the jaws aren't the thing that clamp down on you. I mean, if she hit you with her rock solid head, I mean, she could, break a finger easy if she hit your hand. I mean, it's gonna hurt a lot. And you definitely don't want to hit her head with your head.
What I'm doing here too is just kind of desensitizing her, covering her eyes. It supposedly helps lower their blood pressure, calm them down a bit, but it can be dangerous to tape them. A lot of people tape them up over their eyes. It's not good long term, but short term it's beneficial. But with this being such short term, there's no point to it. So we'll be moving her. Literally she'll be in enclosure in a matter of a couple minutes. So.
All right, so Haley, I'll step off to the right. Kyle, if you want to keep holding her head, and then when I step off and try to pick her up, Haley, if you want to grab her tail.
Yep.
And then we'll just try, guys, what we're gonna try to do too is keep her body as close to our body as possible, so she really can't get too much momentum to swing and hit us. So you ready, Haley?
And this is an ego thing, so we're not afraid to put 3 people on this animal just for safety's sake, because it is a very strong animal. Ready?
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
All right. See how chill she's being? She's being good. So again, this is, if you can have this many people on this size animal, it's the best, because then there's no risk, no safety risk to us or her or dropping her. Or watch the mud.
Very slippery around here.
What do you mean around here?
Around these parts. Couldn't afford anything better than dirt.
Yep. Well, put it all to the enclosures.
Yep.
And even though she doesn't look that big, guys, this is an adult animal. These Philippine crocs aren't necessarily the biggest. So people get lulled into a false sense of security where they're used to catching alligators about the same size. Like, oh, it's nothing. Well, these guys have old man strength.
Ready? Right.
She rocketed in there.
Did she make it over the
right there?
Should we close that? No. Okay, girl.
She definitely has quite the personality.
Yeah, she does.
She's like, Ryan, I'll take you instead.
Yeah.
She's really cool.
So the key with crocodilians when they stress is to get them in the water as soon as possible. So that's what I wanted to do. When I was pulling her back, she was turned to the left a little bit. So that's why I kind of shuffled her a little bit more to kind of reset her, because she just wanted to turn toward the left and I didn't want her to do that. So I wanted to swing her and at least get her in. And it worked. Got her in well.
She's in the water now.
She's in the water.
You can see just how much space she has too.
Yeah. And this is just a shallow section. So that was like the size of her tub before. So
I'd say much needed and appreciated upgrade.
yes. Well,
I'm curious to see how much she uses the land.
yeah, I am too. Especially the first nights, usually with crocodilians, they want to learn their area, they'll roam around and check it out, and then they'll kind of settle in. So I'm sure she'll be roaming around tonight, but first start of many, many years here, and hopefully we'll be doing some amazing conservation work with this animal here. All right, guys, well, that wraps up a very special animal. I remember going to Tampa Zoo and seeing this animal at the Tampa Zoo, and now it's here. It was in quarantine in a temporary tub, and now it's in this beautiful enclosure, and we're hoping to do conservation work with it. It's a very exciting day, guys, very exciting day.
Yeah, if you liked today's video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Primitive Predators, as well as Patreon Primitive Predators, and we will see you on the next one.